realize also that Spence is coming off a very brutal loss. Very brutal. And I would have to favor Fundora. He's the champ now. All respect due, and he's a unified champ. He has 2 belts.
That of all the fights, I think at 38 fights, of all those fights, he only fought 2 southpaws. So what is that telling you? It's telling you that he has trouble with southpaw, because to have only 2 out of 38 fights, it means that his people or himself have looked to avoid southpaws.
Boxing trainer Andre Rozier is leaning towards Sebastian Fundora defeating Errol Spence if the fight would take place. Now I'm picking Errol Spence to beat Fundora, but I would not put any money on it. Andre Rozier's prediction is not off the wall. He took a brutal beating from Terence Crawford. He may not be the same. He wasn't the same after the car accidents, even though without the car accidents, I still have Crawford beating him. He's definitely probably not going to be the same after that beating he took from Terence Crawford. Now, with that being said, you have all the Spence fanboys coming out the woodwork saying he's going to stop Fundora when he couldn't stop Mikey Garcia. And I don't know if Errol Spence is going to carry his power to 154. Now, let's remember, Errol Spence takes people out with an accumulation of punches. He's fighting bigger guys at 154. And Fundora is 6'6" with an 80-inch reach. Errol Spence's best weapon is the jab. And as we can see, Fundora is starting to use his jab. And another negative that's going into this fight is Fundora is a southpaw with an 8-inch reach advantage over Errol Spence. That is kryptonite to Errol Spence, fighting another southpaw as Crawford showed. So even though I'm picking Errol Spence by decision, if this fight happens, it's not going to be easy, and I would not be surprised if Fundora wins this fight. There is a reason why Errol Spence stayed at 147 for that long.
I always try to I get in there and try to knock out my opponent, and this is not gonna be the exception. I'm gonna step in the ring with a mentality to try to finish the fight before the 12 rounds. But I have something else for every Mexican. No, it's a surprise. I like to surprise people.
Shout out to TMZ Sports. This interview is done by TMZ Sports. Canelo explains why he does not like fighting Mexicans, fellow countrymen. It's because he feels that he represents Mexico, right? So he does not like fighting fellow Mexicans from Mexico. That's not to say he will not fight them, but he doesn't like fighting them because he feels he represents Mexico. I think another reason is if he loses to a fellow Mexican, a countryman, I think he feels he no longer represents Mexico. It would be the man who beat him from Mexico. And that's why I expect Canelo to try to put on a dominant performance against Jaime Munguia. And I am picking him to stop Jaime Munguia within 8 or 9 rounds. And Jaime Munguia will give a valiant effort. He's not going down easy. But another thing people are speculating on, May 4th, Canelo says he has a surprise for his Mexican fans. A lot of people are speculating that surprise is Canelo versus Benavidez in September. I would say that would be a pleasant surprise, not only for Mexican fans, but for boxing fans all around the world. Munguia is a good fight, but most boxing fans are clamoring for a David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez clash. So I look forward to Canelo's big surprise on May 4th. And who knows, maybe Munguia has a surprise for us. But anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. JBZ, I'm gone.